It's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-too-da-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-too-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-too-da-terry-o-dee, da-dee, a fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Why, good evening, my friends, or good morning if you're watching this tomorrow, or afternoon at some point later. But good evening. Welcome to an Monday evening edition of Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. I'm your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. I love you. You love me. There's mutual glorious affection. And this is the great switcheroo. Yes, because tonight is part one of the grand switcheroo, the great switcheroo betwixt me and Lady Prudence. This is normally the time slot for Modern Monday on twitch.tv/nat21adventures. Please do like and subscribe if you're not already. But right here, she's tomorrow. Yes, not tonight. She's in my time slot. I'm in hers. Was it because we wanted to mess with you and try something new and just have a little bit of excitement this summer? Maybe. Was it because both of us had scheduling conflicts? Actually, yes. But as you can see, here we are with the schedule for the week. Tonight, we're starting with me. We start the week off with me this week, Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. Tomorrow, Modern Monday on a Tuesday. And Lady Prudence's theme is going to be Poetry in Song, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. All times are Eastern. Tomorrow night, Decide Your Endangerment with Paolo Garbanzo. Wednesday, we will have Crafting Show with the crew at 12:30. And Gothic Horror Gaming is returning this Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Thursdays, Flash Phantasmagoria with Handler Z. And Thursday evening this week, we have Mab Labs. So it is a fantastic time to be a subscriber to the show. Speaking of subscribing, please do so. Subscribe everywhere you can. Subscribe in all the places. Subscribe to twitch.tv/nat21adventures. But also subscribe to my stuff, my particular brand of nonsense, everywhere that you can follow things. Do it. Do it on Facebook. I think that's pretty great, don't you? I think so. And I even have a special button for that now. It's that one right there. Boom. Like and follow on Facebook. Following. And that is facebook.com/Shakespeare.approves. So go do that. And then you can also follow me on the YouTubes. That is youtube.com/Shakespeare.approves. I have a special button for that one too. And that is there, right there. Like, subscribe. Let me hide that so you can see it easier. Yeah, I've gone mad with the power of buttons. So yeah, go do all the things, friends. It really helps to make us seen by the algorithms and lets us get out to more viewers, more watchers, and more people to share this particular brand of silly joy with. But how are you this evening? To anybody who is new following me from the Midsummer Fantasy Renaissance Fair, thank you so very much for joining me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for liking, for subscribing, and following me on all of my socials. It is the only way I judge my self-worth in life. You laugh, but it's vaguely true. And you can do that by going to that link right there, link.e/Shakespeare.approves, and do that. Now, ordinarily at this point, I would say let's have a nice noisy slurp of coffee, but it's 8 o'clock in the evening. I'm not drinking coffee, not caffeinated anyway, because I don't have to drive. I don't have to stay up very late. So instead, I'm going to have a little sip of an Ommegang lager. This is a white Belgian. It's very tasty. It's called Rare Vos. So let's try it out. Oh, that is some tasty stuff. Thank you, Ommegang Brewery. Brewery Ommegang in Cooperstown, New York. Not an ad, I'm just a fan. David Percival saying this is our 10-year anniversary of following Shakespeare Approves. Well, happy anniversary to you. Thank you. Welcome to year 2 of my 20th anniversary, of my 3-year-long 20th anniversary, I should say. So I really, really, really appreciate it. Just going also to some fun comments over here in the comment sections. Unexpected poetry night. Huzzah. I love that. Thank you. Kathy Evans is over here on YouTube. Hello, Kathy. Lovely to have you here. Quad Kevin, Screaming Dragon, Zarkenfrude 21. That is a great name, Zarkentrude. Sally Fantasy Palette calling, saying Metatron invades the evening. Metatron. It's been a long time since anyone's called me that. Wow. That takes us back to the beginning of Nat 21 Adventures. London Fog saying nothing like green sleeves and scrambled eggs for supper. Well, yes, I suppose it would be nearly supper time for you. 5 o'clock on the West Coast. So let's get into this right now. What are we doing? Why are we here? Well, we're here, my friends, to write a sonnet. Now, what is a sonnet? Why do you ask? I'm so very glad you're asking the question. A sonnet, my friends, is a 14-line poem with 3 4-line stanzas. The first line, line A, rhymeth with the third line, line C. Line B, the second line, rhymeth with the fourth line, line D. And you repeat that formula for all 3 stanzas. Clear as mud so far? Good, because there's more. You close it all off with a rhyming couplet, which means 2 lines that rhyme with each other, and it's all done in iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter is 10 syllables per line. So, ba-ba, 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 ba-ba. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? That's how that works. Each of those 2-syllable phrases is called an iamb, I-A-M-B. Not that important to know, but it is helpful if you want to get into the harder work. And you can also go to hendaka syllabic, which is 11 syllables, if the need arises. Clear as mud, my friends? Fantastic. Let's get working. Here is our document. Now, as you can see, it says ode to. For every sonnet is an ode to something. And right below that is our candy jar. Candy jar is where we put lines that we like, but we're not yet sure what to do with. And they all go in there. And at some point, we do an occasional candy jar sonnet. Sometimes they're pre-recorded, sometimes they're live. You never know. In fact, there's a new one I'll be recording in just the next couple of days to go out for my patrons on Patreon. And if you are interested in becoming a Patreon of the art, you can go to patreon.com/Shakespeare. That's patreon.com/Shakespeare. Become a Patreon of the arts. Or you can even become a Patreon saint at patreon.com/Nat21Adventures. Support the show, support the channel, do all of the things. I really appreciate it. But while you are discussing and throwing your suggestions into the comments of what we're going to talk about tonight, what our sonnet is going to be, let's talk about some fantastic things that are coming up. For instance, we have Destination D&D. Destination D&D is your interactive RPG in exotic locales. It's exactly like playing D&D in your mom's basement, except it's in a castle and 800 years older. So there's that. Now, right here in this photo I have on screen, that's Muncaster Castle, where Paolo Garbonzo is going to be next week, July 14 through 19. It's on the west coast in the Lake Country of England, overlooking the Irish Sea. On site there are archery and a tavern. There's falconry. There's Roman ruins, and it's right next to the village of Ravenglass. So go to destinationdnd.com or scan that handy-dandy QR code right there on your screen to get more information. You can also go and get my album, or albums rather, Those Midsummer Nights, Shakespeare Summertime Study Guide, and Are You There, God? It's Me, Shakespeare, by going to my Linktree or going to shakespeareapproves.bandcamp.com. Hobthetroll.bandcamp.com is for Wednesdays. And of course, make sure that you head over to Mab's Mobile Mercantile and pick yourself up a resistor mug. So do not comply in advance, my friends. Do not comply. Get that resistor mug. So fantastic stuff happening here. Fantastic stuff that you can do to help out your friends on the channel. And me personally, if you are so inclined and able to. But let's see, what do we have going on in the comments? London Fog saying, iambic pentameter is such a popular form of verse. They're trying to write a completely different kind of poetry that also uses it. It's proving more complicated than a sonnet. Oh, I'm interested in finding out more about that. William Stoneburner down in Texas saying, ode to switching places / trying something new. That's fun. Screaming Dragon, idea, the joy of writing sonnets. All right. London Fog saying, we're doing a song about poems tomorrow. Do we want to do poetry about songs? Ooh, I write the songs that make the young girls sing. That is a fun one right there. So And I have tried my hand at writing a few songs. It is a lot harder than you might think. Finding different rhyming schemes and patterns to make it all work. Not my forte, but I really enjoy it. So, my friends, yeah, let's do that. London Fog with the suggestion, poetry about songs. There we go. You have got it. Let's go into our document and put it in to the ode. Poetry about songs. And this goes with, as she said, Modern Mondays on a Tuesday, suggestion of songs about poetry. Ooh, I'm going to find out about the poem that they're writing off-screen wife's birthday present. Oh, very excited. That's lovely of you to do that. And also, my friends, if you do want to support the show, as you can see rolling across the bottom of your screen, you can become my patron at patreon.com/Shakespeare, or support the show and buy me a drink at coffee.com/Shakespeare. That's ko-fi.com/Shakespeare, ko-fi.com/Shakespeare, and buy me a cuppa. Normally it's coffee, tonight it's a beer. You can also get your own sonnet commissioned at coffee.com/Shakespeare. It starts at 20 quid. Also, while line suggestions are coming in, I'm going to switch up the screen for just a moment because StreamYard has been giving us a lot of new features here, so allowing me to bring up images in different locations. So keeping this format right here and going to that right there. This little guy right here giving me This Day by Vivi Torrens. And I will get her tagged in the Instas on the links for the show. This is the new Chibi Shakespeare. This is going to be available as a sticker very shortly, possibly as early as the first weekend of the main Renaissance Fair, but hopefully definitely by the end. And we are also going to have it at the Sparta, New Jersey Renaissance Fair. Speaking of Renaissance Fair events coming up, do join me upcoming at the main Renaissance Fair, July 19th through August 3rd. The Midsummer Fantasy Renaissance Fair ended for me yesterday. It was the end of their 3-day weekend, July 4, 5, and 6. There is one more weekend to go in beautiful Ansonia, Connecticut. I shall be at all 3 weekends of the main Renaissance Fair, July 19th through August 3rd. And then at the Sparta, New Jersey Renaissance Fair, September 6th through 21st. Lots more shows happening after that, including Maryland, Lady of the Lakes, Louisiana, and some Salem dates that I'm going to have posted as soon as they become firm. But that Chibi Shakespeare is going to be there, complete with a little cat at the bottom. I call that cat Paul for reasons. Yes, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm really looking forward to having my own physical copy of that as well. And if it gets popular enough, maybe even turn it into a limited run pin. But back into our document. Let's see. Chibi Shakes. So cute. All right. Let's see. Line suggestion from Screaming Dragon. The words flow out in a melodic pattern. I like that. That is lovely. Right. And so David Percival saying that Vivi's Chibis, she is at Vivi Chibi on Instagram. Go give her a good follow. Absolutely wonderful. Tom Feulery, my fellow performer at Midsummer Fantasy Renaissance Fair. I will be missed in Connecticut next weekend. Thank you, sir. You are a genuine delight. Bard. Going to have to get you on this show properly at some point. We'll do an all Bard section where it might be just us collaborating and throwing things up. You, me, maybe Foxy, maybe Talus and Phoenix. New line suggestion from London Fog. When words are not enough, you start to sing. When singing just won't do, begin to dance. Oh, that is the elements of musical theatre right there. Love that. Kathy over on YouTube. Bring joy to the heart and lighten the day. Wrong heart. London Fog saying about musical theatre that, yeah, the line suggestion, it's a good rule of thumb and a poetic thought all in one. Very true, that. Very, very true, that. So we have some good lines to start with. Words flow out in a melodic pattern. When words not enough, you start to sing. When singing just won't do, begin to dance. Bring joy to the heart and lighten the day. That is almost a stanza on its own. Joy to the heart and lighten the... You know what? I think that is our first stanza. That is, it's slant rhyming the whole way through. It looks really, just seeing them in the order that they came in, it looks really good. I like this quite a lot, my friends. Yeah, that's our first stanza, I think. Let's keep going. All right. And going to do this real quick because I get particular about how my formatting is. London Fog saying, first 4 lines, immediate stanza. High fives all around, everyone. You know what? I like that. Let's do that. High five. Hey, Chibi Shakespeare. High five. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Oh, so close. We almost did it. We almost did it. Yeah. Yeah. That was weird. I accepted that. Oh, it's who I am in this life, my friends. It's who I am in this life. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's keep working, my friends. Let's keep working. The words flow out in a melodic pattern. When words are not enough, you start to sing. When singing just won't do, begin to dance. Bring joy to the heart and lighten the day. Cough, dork, cough. You know, you're not saying anything I don't know. Not saying anything I don't know. The tune in your head ringing out for all, saying Sir David Percival. Verses that form to emote your feelings. That is excellent. Let's write that down. Those 2 lines. Great. Songs can be magical, touching the heart, saying Screaming Dragon. Good stuff to work with here, my friends. The tune in your head ringing out for all. The instrumentation can send your heart soaring. Ooh. Tomfoolery. Travel through time with these melodic rhymes, evoking feelings that have long since passed. And there's an internal rhyme right there. Travel through time with these melodic rhymes. I love a good internal rhyme. Songs can be magical, touching the heart. Instrumentation can send your heart soaring. Writers of verses, some lost to the ages, can still reach out, touching vulnerable places. Oh. And following that up with not a euphemism. Yeah. And since we're going into funny things right there, also just a reminder, when I go real silent, I've entered my rhyme palace. Courtesy of London Fog with that one. So, goodness gracious. Let's go. I want to try this. Yeah. All right. Yes. The writers of verses, some lost to the ages, can still reach out, touching vulnerable places, evoking feelings that have long since passed. You go with henceforth to his rhyme palace, if you'd like it. Into, you know what? We're writing it down into iambic pentameter. We're putting it into this. You go with henceforth to his rhyme palace. Oh, I misspelled that. Goeth henceforth to his rhyme palace. I am the quintuple division. Very silly indeed. All right. going to take that. I'm going to rewrite it slightly. Travel. So it's 11. That works. I'm going to do this. All right, my friends. We already have our second stanza. It could be become a third one, depending on how we go with it. The words flow out in a melodic pattern. When words are not enough, you start to sing. When singing just won't do, begin to dance. Bring joy to the heart and lighten the day. The writers of verses, some lost to the ages, can still reach out, touching vulnerable places, evoking feelings that have long since passed. That's going to be long since. I keep saying long since, so that's good. It's going to be long since past. Travel through time with melodic rhymes that last. All right. Kathy Evans with a new line. Memories captured in voice through a flute. Ooh. Memories captured in voice through a flute. That is evocative. Songs have the power to bring down your guard. Whate'er you are singing, you're sweet as a bard. Ah! That's cute. Toe-tapping rhythms and words that do rhyme. Dance. I dance and I sing. This is so sublime. Oh, lovely, Sally. Lovely. We have a lot of good material happening here tonight, my friends. Lots of good material. This is sublime. All right, we're going to reverse some things here. All right. Dance and I sing, this is so sublime. Dare you're singing, you're sweet as a bard. Toe-tapping rhythms and words that do rhyme. Songs have the power to bring down your guard. I dance and I sing, this is so sublime. Whate'er you're singing, you're sweet as a bard. Toe-tapping rhythms and words that do rhyme. Songs have the power to bring down your guard. This is grand, so far. The words flow out in a melodic pattern. When words not enough, you start to sing. When singing just won't do, begin to dance. Bring joy to the heart and lighten the day. The writers of verses, some lost to the... I think this is the first verse right here. The writers of verses, some lost to the ages, can still reach out, touching vulnerable places, evoking feelings that have long since passed, travel through time with melodic rhymes that last. I think, yeah, this is our first stanza. Words, yes, this is. The writers of verses, some lost to the ages, can still reach out, touching vulnerable places, evoking feelings that have long since passed, travel through time with melodic rhymes that last. The words flow out in a melodic pattern. When words are not enough, you start to sing. When singing just won't do, begin to dance. Bring joy to the heart and lighten the day. I dance and I sing. This is so sublime. But how you're singing, you're sweet as a bard. Toe-tapping rhythms and words that do rhyme. Songs have the power to bring down your God. Ah, this escalates. I love this. This is grand. Dare I say that this all came out quite fast. We're all in a musical mood. Why is that? I would dare say that this came out quite fast. I love you, London Fog. You're fantastic. I would dare say that this came out quite fast. 'Twas her utterance. We're all in a musical mood. Why is that? Tom Fuller is saying that this is gorgeous so far. Yeah, I agree. Include the emoji. It's very important. I don't know how to do that from my keyboard. So, and I can't do a copy paste from your thing. It won't allow me to do that. So, just, yeah. I'm going to have to open up a different document. Right. Let me, hold on. All right. Let me just open up a new page thing. I can do that. Insert emoji into document. All right, how can I do it? Character viewer, you control command spacebar. All right, I shall do control command spacebar. Control command and spacebar all at the same time. All right, control command spacebar. Oh, fantastic! All right. There we go, London Fog. There we go. I have learned something today. How to do that little bit of stuff. What a time to be alive. Indeed. The power to insert emojis into our documents. This is man alive, man. Seriously. Cheers to you. Cheers to you all. All right. Let's wrap this pupper up. Let's bring this home. Final couplet. What is it? Oh, I have a line to insert here. So the tune in your head ringing out for all. Ah, goodness. Songs can be magical. I'm going to take this part and finish it with songs can be magical. Answer the call. All right, let's try this. And then I think this is the title, In a Musical Mood. Why is that? So, doing some poetry about songs in a musical mood. Why is that? The writers of verses, some lost to the ages, can still reach out, touching vulnerable places, evoking feelings that have long since passed, travel through time with melodic rhymes that last. The words flow out in a melodic pattern. When words are not enough, you start to sing. When singing just won't do, begin to dance. We're going to flip this line right here. Light in the day. Light in the day. All right. The words flow out in a melodic pattern. When words are not enough, you start to sing. When singing just won't do, begin to dance. Light in the day, to the heart, joy I bring. To my heart, joy I bring. And then that will become that. There we go. I dance and I sing. This is so sublime. There, you're singing, you're sweet as a bard. Toe-tapping rhythms and words that do rhyme. Songs have the power to bring down your guard. The tune in your head ringing out for all. Songs can be magical. Answer the call. Friends, this is a good poem. Oh my goodness gracious. This is fantastic. Well done, my friends. This is great. Oh, my friends, this is just delightful. Oh, thank you. Thank you all for being a part of this today. Holy smoke. This is indeed Stoneburner, Monday night for the record books. This is just a fantastic poem that we've done here tonight. And I'm going to date it and zoom in on it so we can officially put it into our record book. So July 7th, 2025. Let me have that. And my friends, let's start wrapping things up. So where is Shakespeare going to be? Let's go through that. Where is Shakespeare going to be? Well, coming up, I'm at the main Renaissance Fair, July 19th through August 3rd. In this period and also throughout the month of August, I'm going to be doing guided tours in Sparta. In Sparta. Guided tours in Salem, Massachusetts, with Black Cat tours and working at the Black Cat Curiosity Shop, also doing some Shakespeare street shows. So come up, check it out. And you can get all of my information about that as soon as I have it on my various socials and on my website. In the fall, I start off at the Sparta, New Jersey Renaissance Fair, September 6th through 21st. And then I go down to 4 weeks at the Maryland Renaissance Festival, September 27th through October 19th. And then some Halloween time in Salem, and then the Lady of the Lakes Renaissance Fair, November 1st through 9th, and then I go off to the Louisiana Renaissance Fair, November 11th through December 7th, and then of course also going to have some Destination D&D, because Paolo Garbanzo and I are going to be in New Orleans with probably some extra special guests. I'm pretty sure I'm able to announce them. We are looking at having, if enough of you sign up, Tom Zadoyko, our very own Gloom Master, as well as Stuart, or rather Judas, of Judas and Magnolia. So scan that QR code on your screen and go to destinationdnd.com for that information. Also, my friends, remember I do have a Bandcamp. You can get there by going to shakespeareapproves.bandcamp.com. And get my 2 albums. Are You There, God? It's Me, Shakespeare, and Those Midsummer Nights, Shakespeare's Summertime Study Guide. And What's coming up next for the week? Well, let's see. We have, well, tonight, Sonnets for Shakespeare, 8 o'clock. We're wrapping that up right now. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Modern Mondays on a Tuesday. Not even an afternoon. Tuesday morning. Don't come for me, Justin Hayward. With Lady Prudence. Her theme goes with tonight's theme, poetry and song. We did a poem about songs. Then tomorrow night, Decide Your Endangerment with Paolo at 8 o'clock. Wednesday, crafting show at 12:30 with Soshi and Cubby. And then at 9 o'clock, Gothic Horror Gaming. We are back in the Portland, Oregon area, or rather in the woods, in the deep woods. Thursday, Flash Phantasmagoria with Han Lazia at noon, and Mab Labs at 8 o'clock, unless it's not. But so much to do, so much to see, including getting this adorable Shakespeare chibi designed by Vivi Chibi. And I'm going to have her information up in all my socials and in the links after this later. And my friends, I'd like to thank all of you for joining me. We're going to have one more final reading of our fantastic poem, our ode to music. But I also want to thank you, those of you who are able to do so, for being my patrons, for being my Patreons of the arts. My Patreon starts at $3 and goes to $30. It's patreon.com/Shakespeare. Everyone gets the same rewards, because when I started this just before the pandemic, times were a little bit tough, and then they got tougher. And then it continues to remain. We are in a bit of a hellscape sometimes in this country, America. But we survive, we work, we overcome. So if you would like to help me continue this work and being able to afford to perform at Renaissance fairs and do this on a weekly basis with you and bring out more content, more material, please consider becoming a patron. If you can't, that's okay. That's all right. Like and subscribe to my various social medias. It is the only way I judge my self-worth. You know that. I know that. Who are we kidding? We all know that to be true. So thank you for that. And if you do want to follow me on all of the things, go to linktree/Shakespeare.approves. That's linktr.ee/Shakespeare.approves. There you can follow me everywhere, including my Facebook, Shakespeare.approves, my YouTube, Shakespeare approves, my Instagram, Shakespeare.approves, which has not been working very well on my phone lately. I don't know why. My Threads, Shakespeare.approves. My Blue Sky at Shakespeare's. I need to go there more too. And my TikTok, Shakespeare.approves. Get there to all of the places as well. My Bandcamp, ShakespeareApproves.bandcamp.com for my albums. I've got 2 of them. And of course, become a Patreon site at patreon.com/nat21adventures. If you'd like to send me any artwork, any photos you have, any videos, I'm adding in a Dropbox. But in the meantime, you can just send it to me, Shakespeare@ShakespeareApproves.com. Or if you just like to send me an email. I like getting mail. It's fun. Let's see. Yeah, he goeth to his rhyme palace. I love that Iambic Pentameter version. Before we wrap up the show, Kathy saying, thank you for this wonderful surprise poetry time. Thank you, Kathy, for joining us tonight. This was a beautiful happenstance that happened to then also work out in a way that looked almost intentional. London Vogue saying our Gothic Horror game on Wednesday is not remotely near Portland. Astoria is at least 2 hours away. All right, it's a lot nearer to Portland than I am right now. I'm across a continent from you. So there's that. Not to be a well actually guy, but it's fine. It's fine. There we have it. Tom Feulery saying that this sonnet was chef's kiss. Yes, let's do that sonnet one more time, shall we? Let's have a final reading. Turn that off. There we go. In a musical mood. Why is that? The writers of verses, some lost to the ages, can still reach out, touching vulnerable places, evoking feelings that have long since passed, travel through time, with melodic rhymes that last. The words flow out in a melodic pattern. When words are not enough, you start to sing. And singing just won't do. Begin to dance. Lighten the day. To my heart joy I bring. I dance and I sing. This is so sublime. But ere you're singing, you're sweet as a bard. Toe-tapping rhythms and words that do rhyme. Songs have the power to bring down your guard. The tune in your head ringing out for all. Songs can be magical. Answer the call. If music be the food of love, play on. I pointed that way because that's how it looks for me. I have to remember to mirror it. My friends, this is Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. I am your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare. I start and end virtually every show, online and in person, with saying, I love you, you love me. There's mutual glorious affection. And my friends, let's get real for a moment and go to the main screen here. That is true. That is 100% true. There is mutual glorious affection. We have built an amazing community here on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. And it's amazing and wonderful. We have that same community, or this is a subset of it, with different players sometimes at the Renaissance fairs. It's an amazing community. It's heartfelt. It's genuine. And we need to hold on to that. We need to hold on to those feelings, because it's no secret that this world is dark and cold and cruel, and getting darker and colder and crueler by the day. In the United States right now, most especially. But we don't have to go along with that. We have to accept it as the reality as it is right now, living in a reality-based universe, even though this feels very unreality. But we do not have to accept it as what must be, only what is. So, my friends, there is mutual glorious affection extends beyond these borders, beyond the borders of my show, beyond the borders of my patrons, my viewers. It extends out there. So I love you. You love me. There is mutual glorious affection. Be the light instead of cursing that darkness. And we're going to get through this all right. I will see you when I'm looking at you, my friends. Until then, as always, I love you. You love me. There's mutual glorious affection. I'd say let's end with a nice noisy slurp, but I don't think you'd do that with a beer. So cheers. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.